Shit, we didn't even check the visuals.
Okay. See, that's why we're getting it straight. Testing. Let me see. I'm gonna go on the live. See what's good.
She said to go in the room.
You putting on shoes?
Nigga,
They on the couch and they got on shoes.
Golly. I was like, that's what I be dealing with, man. That should be on my ass. All the time. That should be on my ass. Okay. So? All the time. Okay. That should be on my ass. So? All the time. Yes, sir.
Feedback.
Yes, sir. Testing Anchor right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting everybody ready.
Everybody want to be,
talking about the.
Everybody want to make a funny tweet. Really, it's a tweet that starts, shares his Instagram. We could, what you think the next social platform is, bro?
I didn't hear nothing on that one. Let's see. How are we talking? Testing.
Can we just unplug these songs? Can we unplug this?
I don't know. Wait. Did that mean? Nah,
I said it still didn't say nothing though. Mm-hmm. Am I in the wrong? Yeah, it's only one on
here. But are we good on here though?
Yeah, we can hear that. Remember we just said on the video. For some reason, you can hear it live.
So?
Yeah, remember we just said on the video.
Okay.
For some reason, you can hear it live.
Okay. So?
Yeah, remember we just said on the video.
Okay. We'll do this audio later. Oh, we can do the audio on the phone. Yeah. This audio on this phone. Man.
What up, world?
I wonder if they see the shirts. They see the shirts.
You see the apparel?
They see the apparel.
Yes, sir. Man, so my head around. I'm glad.
Oh, we got to do Anchor with this?
Yeah.
Oh, this is how we do Anchor.
Yeah.
You know what? Something right.
I don't got a my team iPhone no more, man. I left. Had to get out of there.
Jam something, man, while we get people right. You got music on there?
Mm-hmm.
Testing. We on this.
Yo. So, first look at the shirts. What the hell going on in the world? You see it?
Yeah.
You tell us about it for sure. So, What you want to kick off with?
Man, what's good with everybody?
For real, what's going on in the world? They saying these. I really hate the state of the world right now. How everything is supposedly. I mean, not like hate. Maybe that's a strong word, but the way of the world right now, like how everything is like.
I really hate the state of the world.
Everything you got to second guess, bro. You know what I mean? Like everything you got to really, you have to do research. You know what I mean? Like you got to try to, make sure what you talk about is for real. And you know what I mean? It's always a deeper story to it. And I don't know. Maybe it's that because we just getting older, but it's always been like that.
Man, I guess.
Like our parents used to tell us, like, you can't believe everything you see on TV and stuff like that. Then we get older, and I don't know. It's just my little random spew.
But on it.
Yeah, man. But it's definitely gonna get better for sure. But it's just like they talking about some Fauci emails getting leaked and all this other stuff. And yeah, my mom called me talking about she seen something about UFOs on the news. I'm like, Mom, you can't. All this stuff is just extra stuff. It's just I don't know, bro. It's just random. I just think it's random, bro. Like how the world is in this state right now. It's just random.
Do you feel like there's? I don't know.
A little bit. We just black, bro. We can't hide it, y'all. We just, we letting it shine. We black, man.
Y'all gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, look at my teeth. Hey, all you can see is this right here.
I got big teeth. You don't see me.
So we coming with. So
look at my teeth.
But now, man.
Shit. So, man, what the hell going on in the world? What the hell is going on in the world? It is June. It's June 6th.
Yes, sir.
We got Men Are Men shirts. That's something that's going on in the world. Everybody should be knowing about. Everybody should know about the fact that Men Are Men podcast got Men Are Men shirts. Spread that.
What you think about doing direct to consumer?
Man, we're gonna do whatever we need to do to get y'all these shirts.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
We're gonna do whatever. So that's what the hell is going on in the world. What else going on in the world? What else going on in the world, man? How's the work life? At the end of the day, Mo, we should talk about our work life, man. Okay. We some working motherfuckers. So, I know we at least both full time, so we at least both putting 40 in. Mm-hmm. So, how's work life, man?
I would say, man,
and our audience are workers.
True.
I would think. I don't think if you're lucky enough to be retired.
Yeah.
Kudos
to you. Yeah.
Kudos to you. I didn't know we had retired age folk, and if you below that age and you retired. So what's the work life like?
Man, work is good, man. Honestly, I'm not gonna complain, and going to a different mode of complaining and whatnot, because it's a blessing to have a job, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of people got laid off with this corona that came out and other things. People got furloughed, whatever. So I think I'm just appreciative to have a job. I actually just got another one that's coming soon. So it's a better opportunity. So that's a blessing. So I'm grateful. What about you, bro?
Man, it's work.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
Man, work is good, man. Work is good. I can tell you this. Working with people, managing people, dealing with people is something you gotta love to do. Something you gotta love to do. And COVID didn't make it easier at all.
You think the distance made it a little bit worse?
Distance, you gotta talk about money. You dealing with people's money. You know what I'm saying? You got, people losing jobs and all this kind of stuff. And I work in sales, so we already know what happened with the economy. So I say to all the managers out there who's dealing with managing people and personalities and all kind of stuff, salute to y'all, man.
Yeah.
Man, salute to y'all. Do whatever you got to do to keep your mind at ease.
Do you think it slowed down business a little bit? Do you think COVID slowed down business a little bit?
Yeah, business slowed down for sure. When it first, in mine, I mean,
okay.
But it picked back up. It's picked up, it's been picked up for a while now. So that's the blessing part of it. So, man, work life.
Yeah.
Man. People don't like to talk about the work life,
man. They don't. And I mean, I think personally,
most of the people that y'all listen to, most of the podcasts y'all listen to, got jobs.
But nobody.
A lot of them people are. That's just reality of it. What we do, and whatever way we try to do it, entertainment and whatever it is, it's all on the side.
Yeah.
All this is on the side, but we definitely like to talk to our audience. I want to know something. I want to talk about funny shit that happens at work. I think everybody has funny stuff that happens at work. Man.
I got something. I got one too. Go ahead. That's actually which one you got on your mind?
I always got funny stuff that something. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
My funny stuff is just the way people deal with the way they call in to places that they buy from. Like anywhere you purchase from, if you call in to place orders, or you have this company you order from and you have a customer service team,
mm-hmm.
the things people do, the way people act on these phones, man, when they deserve something, is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Right.
They will go to 1,000 to get something that they would have gotten at one. You would have gotten everything you needed at one, but this is Donovan.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Donovan.
What the fuck?
As soon as you pick up the phone, you like, I barely told you my name and you already that mad?
Man.
But hold on, let me ask you this though. Are we talking about a large amount of money? Like they spending thousands with y'all, so it's like
some people
you kind of gotta put that urgency on it.
You know what I mean? It's the customer service a little bit as well, right? Customer service related. We know that customer always writes shit. It's really true in a way. It's really true in a way, but so you gotta treat. But at the same time, we gotta understand as people, that's not like the things that the people do when they call into my job. I've never done. Like, I've never called a company to get information and put them on hold.
Mm.
So I'm going to call Maurice, this company. Hey, Maurice. Maurice, y'all sell them Maurice boats?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me put you on hold.
Yeah. If you're going to answer the phone, at least.
This is your business line.
Yeah.
Let me put you on hold.
That's a good
How long
out
you
there
supposed
for
to
business owners.
Wait, what?
Yeah. That's a good tip. Because how you going to answer the phone and then be like, yeah, all right, hold on.
Yeah.
Hear me out a little bit. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, Maurice Boats. Yeah. I just bought a boat from y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I let somebody borrow it. He didn't bring it back. Y'all owe me, we need y'all.
I need another boat.
Who does that? Come on. So
do you think those are those entitled people out there, the people that
entitlement?
I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Man, entitlement. That is actually a good way to put that. But you know what? No. It's just people.
Just being an
That's people.
Yeah.
That's people knowing when they wrong, feeling like they got to do the most to get what they need. Mm-hmm. Knowing when they wrong, lose a package.
Yeah.
You lost something in the package.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. Nah, y'all didn't ship it. Nah, y'all didn't ship that.
You didn't want me to have it.
Yeah, man. So what you got? What you going on again?
I would say the funniest thing I've heard recently in the job industry is people who don't say good morning. I think I brought this up before on the show. People who come in, like, I know you was raised, at least you don't have to like come up to somebody and be like, hey, how's your day? Blah, blah, blah. But you at least just be like, good morning, what's up, something. I'm a person that bugs me, bro. It bugs me, and I've heard.
So that hurts you. You judging that motherfucker now.
Like, bro.
So day one, you hire somebody, and he don't even give you a.
You're not good for the team, bro. You're not good for the team. You have a negative energy. You're not even. You already coming in, and you're not.
He's not invited to the domino game. Okay. So you got an issue. You got that at the workplace. Did this happen recently?
So it didn't happen to me, but I've heard it, and I had it happen at a job I had previously in a like office environment or whatever.
Yeah.
And this girl used to do that, bro. But at the same time, she was the girl in the office that was like stuck up. At the same, like she had a little Mercedes 2-door coupe car, like she was just a stuck up person. Like her personality was just really stuck up. And this girl would not say good morning, and I would like call her out about it, like, "You're not gonna say good morning." Like, she's like, and then it was like, even when you say that, she's like, "Oh, good morning." It's like, like, man, you too uptight. You need to lose
rude people.
Yeah,
rude people in the workplace.
Come on.
That's what you're saying.
As a manager, do you think that's something that affects the team? Somebody that's kind of not like kind of standoffish.
It depends on the environment. Mm-hmm. Because if it's one of them environments where shit rolling,
yeah,
and everybody just to it, and everybody just busy,
and they don't have time,
and they don't got time for the, like, look, you see me, okay. I see you,
yeah. Hey,
GM, that's good morning.
Yeah.
You see me walking out the door, that's good night.
Yeah.
If I come back, that was lunch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about these are the signals. Sometimes you can do all this without.
Yeah.
You
see me coming in?
I'm actually being a hypocrite because right now I have my team communicating all that shit because when COVID hit, when we went off site, that's how we communicated. And when we went back on site, it just never stopped.
Okay.
So I am being a hypocrite, but I'm just saying it does depend on the environment. Like it could be all based on body movement. Like, okay, where Mo go? How long it's been? It's been 1:05. He's gone.
Yeah. He should be walking in any moment. Is that what you think? That 1:05 you like, what's really going on?
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I mean, it's just a nice thing to say, bro. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, you don't got to go in depth like, how's the kids?
When you meeting customers, do you say good morning, good afternoon?
If it's in the morning,
100% of the time, right?
Like 100%, bro. Because I
was
in an environment where I kind of had to, so I guess maybe it was forced in me. But then at the same time, my mom is like, when you walk in the room, say good morning type. It's like I've just been brought up like that, like. You say good morning to somebody when you come in the room. So I'm like, all right, good morning. I might not want to go in depth with you, but I say good morning.
Man.
So yeah. I don't know.
What the hell is going on in the world?
Yeah.
Charlamagne the guy.
One of the top.
What's bigger than a donkey? We gotta get his mother. He gotta be a horse. Horse of the day. He gotta get his own shit too, because there's a lot of stuff going on with Charlamagne, man. There's a lot of stuff going on with Charlamagne. He's lawyering that now, as of a couple weeks ago.
For people who don't know out there, we're talking about, of course, the host of the Breakfast Club. You know the show.
Everybody knows Charlamagne. Yeah.
But we talking about some stuff that's coming up because of the whole Kwame Brown thing, but Charlamagne was charged with raping a 15-year-old girl. And personally, as a listener of the show,
it was dismissed.
It was dismissed, my bad. Yeah, you're right. It was dismissed. But a listener of the show, I think it does kind of change my view a little bit of Charlamagne. Because
so what's recent, though? Why are we bringing this up now? What just happened?
We recently saw the
Kwame Brown interviewed
her
victim's mom. The victim's mom.
Jessica's mom.
Jessica Reid.
Mm-hmm.
This interview just happened, and the reason why we talking about Charlamagne Because this is what Charlamagne does, right? He gives his opinions for the most part. This is what he does. The reason why we're talking about him is because even though this happened 20 years ago, apparently things are brewing up again. He's getting lawyers. The mom just did an interview with Kwame Brown, who we all know Kwame is, I ain't gonna lie, this is a lot of clout, right? He's obviously using his lack of basketball talent, which drew a lot of attention because people kept getting on his. Think about how bad. Hold on, sorry, Jessica Reid. Sorry, no. Think about how bad at basketball you gotta be.
Yeah.
For people to still talk about how bad you are a decade later, and you get you get famous all over again.
Yeah.
Off of it. And now you got exclusive interviews with shit like, what the fuck is going on? That's how bad he was.
He just made a whole fame.
Stephen A. couldn't even resist not talking about the shit again. Did you see Stephen A?
That's true. Yeah.
His lady, he was like, man, he was trying to ignore it, but it was too hot. It was too much. Kwame was on their ass.
But
Kwame was on their ass every day.
He was.
He had to. Everybody had to respond. Matt Barnes,
yeah.
Everybody. You wasn't gonna not respond because your character was.
He tricked media into like having to respond to his response. Of them still talking to me. He literally tricked people into like, you gonna talk about me. And he got a whole platform right now.
Whole platform.
That video you showed me had what, 140?
By the way, this whole Charlamagne stuff came back in light.
Yeah. Because of
Kwame.
Yeah, true.
And for the most part, as far as all this, what has happened? Okay. So Jessica Reid's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica Reid's mom just had the interview with Kwame. And one of the biggest things about what she said was the reason why nothing happened when the allegations came forward about the rape charge and all that, there was no evidence and all that, is because she stopped her daughter from testifying. Like, she stopped her daughter from saying anything, from pursuing anything.
Well, why would she do that though?
She says that when she saw the look on her daughter's face, she felt like going that route would just worsen it just make it worse for her daughter. It was just, and this is a 15-year-old girl at the time.
Yeah.
15-year-old girl at the time. So basically the mom is saying, not because it did not happen. Basically the mom is saying, look, for everybody who's apologists for Charlamagne, this is not because he was actually innocent. It was because we chose not to pursue anything.
Yeah. But at the same time, she said that then, and then comes on Kwame's platform right now, and then, disclose all this stuff right now. You know what I mean? Like, she come on the platform and, how does he stand up for himself and stuff like that, which I guess it does take something like this to happen for that person to come out, but it seemed kind of like a contradiction. But I'm not saying that it didn't happen to Jessica, because the stuff she's talking about, we've been black men in a party, and we know that how things can quickly turn and go the wrong way. I think we even talked about it on the show in previous episodes about somebody else. Like,
do you feel like Charlamagne should be free in doing what he's doing right now with what happened? Or do you feel like nothing's there? Do you feel like he paid the price? Because he didn't pay a price. Like, what do you feel like? Because the mom is saying, and Kwame is saying, oh, this happened. Yet he's out and about.
Yeah. Are the chances he probably gonna go to jail and serve some time? That's probably not gonna happen. You know what I mean? We're probably not gonna see that. But does he maybe need to come forward and kind of tell a little bit of his story? Or, when they say being quiet is kind of sometimes not the best option. Like, I think he may need to Speak his
So
piece.
what about situation? Like what about environment? Like what about like why was a 15-year-old at the party?
True, and they
like
were in
sometimes
college,
right? Like what about the fact that she was drugged? She said she was drugged. He was sentenced to 3 years probation for contributing to the delinquency of a minor by having alcohol at a party where the alleged incident took place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take that as also assuming he knew a 15-year-old was there. Like, what about just situations not adding? Like, that don't add up.
Like, why were
you put yourself, and you was 21, 22?
That's what I'm saying, bro. He got to say something, bro, because you put, like you said, how you even having a party and you don't know who there, especially when it comes to you in South Carolina, bro. I mean, I'm not, you know, they deal with the whole race thing and stuff just like any other place. You need to know what's going on. Like you said, better placement. Not putting yourself in that situation. But that could be the mom's fault too. Why is your daughter out at 15?
So was the mom wrong in not forcing that? Because the mom is the adult, right? So how do you feel the mom handled that situation 20 years ago? This 15-year-old, should she have? Was she like? Is that actually? Do you feel like she actually protected her daughter? Was that Is that protection?
Nah. Here we are 20 years later, and it's still at this point. Okay, so think about it from Jessica's standpoint.
And I'm not even seeing her saying anything. She's 35 now,
exactly.
Right?
So now she thinking, okay, it's been, you know, she could have got over it 10 years ago. It's out of my head. I'm done. I didn't got remarried. My husband loves me. I know it happened, but I'm moving past it. Here we are another 10 down the road, and her mom's on TV or, you know, streaming and talking about it. Now she like, it's still hunting me. And I was really over it. You know what I mean? Like I really had kind of got past how it was, and it's still in my past, like hunting me and coming back, when I think her mom should have asked her, how do you feel and what do you want to do? Because it happened to you. And I would support my daughter. If she said, Daddy, I want him to, you know, yeah, he need to be a bad person. Man, you ready, my daughter?
At the end of the day, if it happened or not, it is that parent's responsibility to make sure. Now the thing is, why did the rape kit? So why did the rape kit?
Okay. Magically come up missing?
No, it didn't come up missing.
Oh yeah, I thought it was missing.
Did the rape kit have no evidence, right? So what was the mom saying? Was the mom also saying that she didn't? No, he did give his. I think he did actually give his semen. Allow them to test. Okay.
Okay. And it came back negative, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Maybe sometimes you need to come forward, because Charlamagne got a huge platform, bro. We talking about a person that's a bestseller in books. His book is like a top book.
Yeah.
And you know, we hear this type of stuff, and we don't want to bring anybody down, but you know, you at the top, Charlamagne, and you're not addressing this type of stuff. Mm-hmm.
It don't make sense.
It
ain't adding up.
It don't make sense.
Getting lawyers now. Damn.
Because tell me this, you may know a little bit more. At this point, he's already on the Breakfast Club. He already has his platform and whatnot, right? Like, even them saying this, what could that do to your image per se? Like, you've made all this money, you got your whole platform, everything. Why would you get a lawyer? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hurting you any. Like, you still getting paid everything.
Well,
so
because
like,
he wasn't found guilty. He wasn't found guilty. So he has to protect his name. I can see that. Yeah. You know, there was the what's his name? Funk Master Flex.
Mm-hmm.
There was a tweet he showed. Old that tweet. It was an old Charlamagne tweet. He just something about
It was weird, like too offsetting, like a little too
I
close to home.
Yeah. You can find a lot out about what people say in their tweets, though.
Nah, that is true. That is true. And people, I don't know, when people gonna understand jobs actually look for that stuff. I just recently heard somebody about to be fired based off of their Twitter post from a corporate job.
Not Charlamagne.
Not him. No, not Charlamagne. Nah, my bad. Not Charlamagne. But nah, man, I think I don't know. I don't want to take too much on Charlamagne, but Kwame is building a whole platform. Why was he talking to Judge Joe Brown? I seen that on there. Did you watch that one? Okay.
There you go.
I'm like, what's the connection between Kwame Brown and Judge Joe Brown? Like,
man,
how would he even get him on the show? Should we tell the people about the guests we got coming on? Tuesday. Let me get his name correct.
Man, went to the comedy show last night too. The DC Young Fly. Mike Epps had a Toyota Center.
What'd you think about it?
It was good. DC actually got funny.
DC, bro. DC is. I'm telling you. I'm with your wife. Carlos is the smoothest, funniest one. He be saying slick stuff and he be like, wait, what? But DC is fly. Chico Bean, he all right to me. I don't know. If I had a top three, it would be that order. But DC Young Fly is funny, bro.
We got a blogger coming on, the Blurred Explorer. That's his name.
Yeah. What'd you think about Mike Epps? He using some same jokes or what? Who's your favorite comedian? Let me ask you that. Okay. Who's your favorite? Top person you, for no doubt, think is the funniest person in the industry. Or they could not be in the industry right now.
I don't know. I still be looking at Martin.
So we can't run from 9/11. We can't run from the Holocaust.
What was he talking about?
Y'all ain't gonna run from this shit. Because 100 years ago, yesterday, there was this thriving black community that was independent. We wasn't messing with nobody. Slavery was over. And we were just trying to make a way for ourselves, our own independence, after being enslaved for 400 years. So they made Tulsa a state. So then you have one side of the tracks, you have white ex-slave owners, and then the other side of the tracks, you have these black people that are independent entrepreneur, free thinkers that are getting together and deciding not to wait on help to come. It was a black Wakanda. This was the greatest black economic accomplishment ever. Let me tell you what these folks did. These folks were so jealous, they figured out a way to get a plane and drop bombs on us. Kerosene bombs on the top of our town, our roofs, our banks. Then they went and drugged our brothers and our fathers and our sisters, and they raped our mothers, and they killed our children. And they did it, and then they tried to erase it. We're not going to let that shit be erased. We're not going to let the story end like this. So this message is to everybody that's just tired of waiting for somebody to come save us that's not going to come save us. Okay? It's time for us to fight back. It's time for us to unify. Don't you know all we got to do is stick together? This ain't going to take years. It takes integrity and rules and things that we want to do. And the only thing I'm asking is we start and we make sure that we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors and we come up with the solutions. A lot of you don't know about this because it's been hidden. All the shit.
Nah, man, that was completely off topic, but that was a good message, bro. And that's true. It is a lot of stuff that's happening in this country that kind of just get overlooked, and they throw some other holiday on top of it to kind of.
Joe Biden was the first president to visit. He visited on June 1st, 2021. He was the first president to visit the scene, to visit the
The first
So
one.
the thing. So what do you think the impact? First, did you know about that?
I heard stories about that Tulsa thing. I didn't know that Joe Biden actually visited.
But you knew about the Tulsa massacre.
I heard some stuff about it. Yeah.
What do you think the impact of what Diddy just said on Instagram? Because it was just on Instagram, 2-minute video.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's impactful? I feel like it's something that we need more people of his stature to come out and just say it and talk about it, because it does need to be talked about more. Unfortunately, it took June 1st to get to, like, for people, because there is a lot of people who don't really know about the Tulsa massacre. Like, they just don't, like, because it was obviously they attempted to erase it. So what do you think I feel like it's impactful for people to understand all the shit Black people have to go through. Not to say, oh, we're just talking about race. But that's a fact, right? The Tulsa massacre, no matter how you want to say it happened, did the shit happen? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there was a Black kid who was alleged of doing something to a white 17-year-old in the elevator operator, and that turned into that, right? You can say it was, for whatever reason, you can call it what you want to call it, but that happened. Just like slavery happened, just like all the other stuff that we bring up, just like the stuff that's still happening today, George Floyd and all this stuff, it's happening. Like, are we just talking about this, or do you feel like there's impact in just keep spreading it and talking about it and bringing it up and hoping that maybe even one person who went from thinking these Black people, these niggas they just complaining. They just complain. They just lazy. Because I'm saying, you laugh, but there's people who really think that though. Yeah. They think that Black people just lazy. They gonna keep hanging on to slavery, talking all that until the end of time and all that. They just all this. But do you feel like if we just change one of those people into, okay, I'm starting to understand now. Oklahoma in general, I went to school in Oklahoma. Got a lot of small towns in Oklahoma who think like that. Mm-hmm. You change a couple of these. Maybe there was somebody who lives in Tulsa, didn't know what happened in Tulsa. A white person who was like, oh, you know what?
Not true. Because it wasn't taught in school.
Maybe the people, all these kids who getting raised by these people who believe those ways, convince one of these kids, since their parents not teaching them right from wrong.
Mm-hmm. I think you asked if it was an impact. I definitely think it's an impact for, first of all, I want to say I hope it's an impact for the Black people in the world to, number one, realize that this stuff, like you said, this not something that we quote unquote holding on to, or it was made up. Like, this actually happened, like just like slavery, just like everything else that happened. This for real happened to Black people. And I think when somebody like P. Diddy goes on a platform and says it can create a little bit of more, like, as Black people, like, man, I need to look a little bit different towards my brother. Like, we've really been going through it. Me personally, I personally already do. Like, I'm not just a person that just kind of comes on the show and talk about it, do whatever. Like, I obviously try to support Black business and stuff like that, or even just saying what's up to, like, or hey, like, hey man, how you doing? I heard somebody's like, man, you'd be surprised, like, Black people, some other Black people be acting, a little stuck up or whatever, like you can at least say hi to it, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because we really been through a lot, and I think in order for something to change, we need to get that mindset and understand that this is real, and understand that this really happened, and we have to hold each other accountable, and also build each other up, and saying like, "Hey, man, you know, I know what you're going through. Whatever, brother, it's gonna be all right, man. You know, anything can help." Like anything can help, but it's real, bro, and it's sad. The fact that we didn't even learn about it, the fact that we don't learn about some of the other instances that's happened as well, is something that we kind of have to find out. When your parents
share the story with other people.
Right.
It could be as simple as did you know this?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know this happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you know that there was no real reparations from that? Did you know that those people didn't get their businesses back? Insurance companies, you know, I listen to the Joe Madison show a lot on Sirius XM, and he's talking about how the insurance companies didn't get, like, there was nothing paid. They ain't get nothing for that. So we're talking about a thriving community. The reason why they call it the Black Wall Street, you know what I'm saying, like, that was destroyed in a few hours. It was destroyed in a few hours. And you still have people who can't be empathetic to the black movement.
Mm-hmm.
You still have people who all lives matter.
Nobody said they didn't. Like,
you still have people who take a moment like, I think the Fox people, they didn't even bring up, they don't even acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have people who don't even acknowledge it. They don't want their followers to know about it.
And I think
why do you think Trump didn't go visit? He doesn't want his followers. That's not his base. His base, he doesn't want Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Historically always voting Republican.
Yeah.
He don't want them to know what really happened, the Tulsa massacre. He doesn't want that to be highlighted about how this is what happened. This is what we didn't do after it happened. This is how we didn't, you know.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't fix all that. They could have gave all them people their businesses back, or more than enough money to fix it.
Well, even just the insurance too, you know. I mean, write that check. These people had insurance, clearly.
You know what's always, I always like to play this. Put yourself in that person's shoes. You know, that kind of. I always want to just say, if that was a white community of people, if that was just regular Wall Street, with white businesses thriving, white comedians, white shows, because these were all kinds of businesses, not just like, these were all kinds of businesses. This is a white comedian, this happened.
Yeah.
What are the odds that it would only get brought up once a year? What are the odds that no other president would have never visited?
That's the most crazy statistic to me personally, is that one.
And I'm not saying that every president needs to. Obviously, we say Joe Biden, that includes Barack Obama didn't visit.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's why that's crazy to me personally.
But what are the odds though?
Like, nobody went there.
What are the odds that none of this stuff? You know,
that's crazy.
I always like to just, you know, it's just, you just gotta put it in those views for everybody who thinks there's nothing here.
Nah, yeah.
If you think we just yapping at the mouth, just the black people just talking race.
Yeah.
Just flip the script. Flip the script.
Yeah, I think that the craziest one is that president. No other president has been there. That's pretty crazy. And it's not that they have to, like you said. It's not their job. We know they don't have to.
It was just news, the fact that it was 2021.
And it
happened in what, 1921? Wasn't it?
No, yeah. Because exactly 100 years.
So that's why it was news. It was like, damn.
And that was a good shocker though for the whole, I guess, even for the black community, because it's like, dang. And Joe Biden was the first one.
Yeah, and also, you know, Joe Biden obviously knows that. But I think it's authentic.
Yeah,
like, I think he got good people behind him. Hey, Kamala.
Yeah, okay.
Kamala in the ear. Kamala making sure that's a good move.
Yeah.
Kamala making sure, you know, if that's what it came from, you got good people behind you.
Yeah.
But, man, yeah, the Tulsa Massacre, man, I appreciate Diddy for taking 2 minutes to say that. And think about it. I don't know. I don't know. I know celebrities got a lot of shit on they got a lot of shit to do.
No,
a lot of things to do, but that's a 2-minute video.
No, you're right, bro. And a lot of them look at it from the aspect of them losing endorsements and shit too. They worried about that type of shit. That's why they don't say it. They be bound to those contracts and shit. Like, well, man, you know how it is.
Can we play that out?
Go ahead.
You are whoever. Mm-hmm. You got 100 million views of followers or whatever. You got 10 endorsements.
Right.
You post that exact video of you saying that.
Right.
One of your endorsements drops you. How does that make that endorsed person? How does it make that company look?
I'm with you 100%. It definitely makes them look like the winner.
I'm challenging. Yeah. Okay.
I know what you're saying. It makes them look like, oh, so y'all wasn't with it.
But think about Diddy at the same time. Is Diddy a type of person who relies on? Diddy is an owner of his shit, right?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
That's another lesson learned.
Yeah, that's the difference. Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
When you own your own stuff, but at the same time, I get what you're saying. But at the same time, I think whoever has that fear should challenge those companies.
True.
I'm gonna put this out, and you gonna fire you? No, I don't think that's gonna happen. Because he ain't say nothing that was. He didn't say fire these. I don't even know. I mean, not fire, but he didn't say nothing that was
white people.
He didn't say nothing that would deserve. But I get what you're saying. Yeah. A lot of people do fear that.
They be bound to them deals and them contracts.
Exactly. That's why there's so many people quiet. You put on the real reason why people quiet. Mm-hmm. Why is it that was the one video? Mm-hmm. And I get other people probably shared it, but why didn't a whole lot more people?
Why was Diddy the only one that made a video? It probably got retweeted, like you said. It probably got retweeted 100,000 times.
Because we're talking facts.
Yeah.
As far as the massacre happening, everything that was lost, those are facts.
That really happened.
Those are facts that really happened.
This up.
You are not giving your opinion on the Trayvon Martin or any of that, which always can be touchy, right? Because you don't know in some of the times, and Trayvon specifically, RIP, there was no video, right? So you it can be I guess I can get that sometimes.
True.
But this, as we look at Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul on the screen.
Yeah. Big fight tonight, man. First I'm gonna ask you who you think is gonna win.
What a hard term. We do have to say that, hard term.
It is a hard term, but
this ain't even a real fucking.
Yeah. The fact that we even watching this tonight, that this is coming on TV, the fact that we even see the Mike Tyson
freeway to watch it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Meaning I'm gonna go to someone who paid.
I'm gonna go to the bar where they pay for the showtime, wherever, maybe. I don't know. But now, who you got? Floyd.
I just want Floyd to dominate, but something tells me that they about to get their money's worth.
And let Logan win?
Because it ain't no winner. You seen the shit about no winner. There's gonna be no winner in the fight. You didn't see the look up the latest on how the rules gonna be. It's gonna be so. But something tells me I want Floyd to just whoop his ass and get it out the way.
Yeah.
But something tells me that it's gonna be an entertainment factor in it.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna be competitive for a little bit, and it's gonna go the full whatever it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
And they're gonna make more of a spectacle out of it. Which is why there's not going to be a winner and a loss, like a loser. I mean,
like the Mike Tyson thing, I think.
And
Roy Jones, there wasn't a winner, but we know from watching the fight, Mike Tyson.
I'm actually kind of interested because I guess I want to see, can this dude actually box? Because we know Nate Robinson was. I mean, we could have with Nate Robinson. So we know that, but I don't like. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the white dude how cocky he is. I don't like that part.
Yeah.
About how cocky he is, but I get that it's 2021. Mm-hmm. I get that he's a YouTube sensation, and everything he's doing is one of why Floyd is fighting.
Yeah, no, like Floyd wasn't fighting nobody else. Yeah.
Floyd is cocky.
Yeah.
Floyd is flamboyant and does all the same shit that this kid does.
Right.
So it makes for a good entertainment.
Right. And now that I know that there's not a winner, I mean,
it's just gonna be entertainment.
It's just entertainment at this point. It's really just entertainment. I would say, man, that Logan Paul dude, bro, he got big out of nowhere. I don't want to say he
got big. Yeah, he been big. I think.
You seen the weigh in, like his dude got some. Yeah, he pretty.
He
big.
definitely takes his shit serious.
And
he takes his fight serious.
And on the same thing, I guess I can congratulate him on the fact that like this dude literally went from shooting YouTube videos in his room like we are to.
But he was boxing.
True. He was boxing, but
so he had to box and he had to fight. But guess you know why you gotta respect him.
Yeah.
How many people you think do that? Like how many people you think since YouTube has been around has started boxing trying to get famous and like let's just be real.
I don't think
I'm pretty sure if I YouTube right now boxing matches, just like what he was doing, just street boxing, there's a whole probably league of shit going on.
Like
he just happened to have to be able to take it to where it is now.
Yeah.
Dude is out here fighting. I mean, I think didn't he fight an MMA dude? Or he gonna fight an MMA dude or something like that? Yeah. I mean, he fighting Floyd.
Bro, he fighting Floyd Mayweather. That's pretty huge. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
So you always gotta respect the dude who does what everybody else is trying to do, but does it better. That's just clearly what he's doing.
And makes a complete business out of it because he's gonna make some money. Floyd said he already made 30. I'm sure homeboy may have not made 30, but he probably made 10 or something. You know what I mean?
Has he ever been hurt? Is there any brain damage anybody worried about? He could do this shit for another. I mean, I don't know how much money he about to make. I haven't even looked it up. Should we look at it?
Bro,
because he was making how much? He was making millions in
bro,
YouTube
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Floyd said he made $30 million already building up to the fight. That's what Floyd said. He's made.
I'm not even about to look it up. Let's assume he's making tens of millions. Okay.
So let's just say he's not even a boxing, legend. He at least bringing 10. Look,
if you know what Logan Paul is, Logan, right?
Yeah.
If you know what Logan Paul was bringing in YouTube wise, you would know it would be smart for him to take less than 50. I would think, right?
True. And it's on Showtime. That's another deal.
Logan Paul is not Logan Paul is just as popular in his.
I'm gonna look it up, bro. You got me curious though.
I do want to know that shit.
Logan Paul.
When I said 50, you got interested, huh?
Nah, you did. How much?
Well, fight with no winner, bro.
For real, like, bro.
And he going against. Look, I know Floyd Mayweather can knock anybody out, but he doesn't. He's not Mike Tyson like fearful. I mean, so you ain't about to like. I wouldn't fear going in the ring with Floyd. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I would. Like I ain't gonna lie. Going into Mike Tyson in that prime, I probably would have had some second thoughts as a grown man. I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have had some second thoughts as a grown man going in the ring with Mike Tyson. No lie about it.
But when they come to you and they say, at the same time, Donovan, we just want to let you know that as soon as the fight is over, your check will clear for, if I'm reading this right, $50 million.
Well, I am going to make sure I'm stepping in the ring. If I do this, I have to be at least 252. I'm putting weight on to take them blows. He literally can kill you in that ring.
I understand it, but you said you not going to get knocked out by Mike Tyson for 50 mil?
Bro,
you not going to take a punch for 50 mil?
What is going to look like if I got 50 mil and I'm gone, nigga?
Man, look, hey.
I get what you're saying.
No, the stimulations are different. It's no winner,
sure.
and they can't. They can't.
Sure
you taking that fight? You taking? You taking? If they would have came, like shit, I'll take.
Even if it's just to bury me and a.
Look, get the rest of my family. I know my brother's gonna start a business, or my mama gonna be right. My daddy good. Hey, I done lived it, and man, you got to fight Mike Tyson. That's gonna be on your record, bro.
What this man about?
So Floyd Mayweather, like I told y'all, he said he already made $30 million. He's expected to make $100 off of pay-per-view deals. Logan Paul is meanwhile expected to make $20 million from the fight for sure. So for sure, he's expected to make 20.
And he's getting 50. Look here, man.
Exactly,
look here, man.
Exactly.
100. That was Pacquiao numbers.
Come on, bro.
A true, like a real.
I get in the ring with Floyd for 20.
For sure. Look, let's be real. There's smaller numbers that we were getting in the ring with either of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's true.
We just said 50.
Of course, we're gonna take $50 million. Like,
but you give me a year salary.
Yeah, like,
you give me a year salary, I'm probably there too.
And all I gotta do is get the ring. Come on, bro.
You give me a year salary, I'm probably there too.
Yeah. So
yeah. So this fight,
it's gonna be a good fight, and of course, like you said, it's mainly entertainment. And you did hit it on the head with that one. It's mainly entertainment.
Safe to say there won't be no sore losers.
Yeah.
Wait, if this is an actual fight, Floyd Mayweather may be a sore loser. Because he gotta be. Because you're not supposed to lose this fight.
You brought up a good point. If Floyd somehow looks like he lost, if he looked like he lost, he's gonna be pissed.
He probably is. He ain't gonna let that one slide. You can't. I don't care what this.
Because we don't know. We don't know what Logan Paul got.
I don't care what he done.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Floyd is how many
50.
Against who? True.
Professional.
Okay, is there a reason Logan Paul is not a? I'm not saying Logan Paul can't be a professional. Right. Obviously, that's a choice. You can just become a professional.
Right.
I think.
No, he technically is, bro. We watching him on pay-per-view.
I guess, yeah, right. I mean, he could have been professionally boxing and have an actual record and all that. Okay. But I think he has like an actual record though.
No,
as far as what he does, I think he lost once or something like that. But let's just say he's not who Floyd's been fighting.
Okay.
I'm gonna say he's not at least as good as 49 of the 50 that Floyd didn't. Like, I'm just gonna be realistic because Floyd didn't fought Olympic. Like, think about the Olympians he fought. When he won, like, think about it when I think he came in second or something. Like, come on. So he's not supposed to lose or even be thought of being losing. Like, it ain't supposed to happen.
That's true. While we on the sports term, man, we talked about some basketball as a topic. You know, I had to bring it in. We're talking about the one that everybody is.
King James.
We talking about.
You talking about King James?
We talking about him, man. Is he a king?
Because the man flying on top of your head right there about the dunk on you? You talking about
this same man right here that's go ahead, cut to it right there.
You talking about him? Look at him dunk on his head. Look at him dunk on his head.
The same dude. Let me ask you this. You're an athlete, bro. You know, and you already know what it takes. You know the dedication. We know, let me first say this. We know that LeBron is a freak of nature. There probably will never be another one. There will never probably be a guy that could do some things that LeBron has done. I'm not naive enough to say that. I am, in the same sense, I guess you could say naive enough to say that. Can we consider, like what do we say as far as his character walking off the court early in the playoffs?
So LeBron walked off the court after they lost in Game 6.
He did
against the Phoenix Suns, against a number 2 seed, as they were the number 7 seed without Anthony Davis. I just like.
Why does that matter?
I just feel like perspective does matter in certain things. Okay. When we know it's a sensitive topic, when people love to hate on LeBron James, they will take that whole thing and say, "Well, no matter he lost in the first round." Oh, by the way, it was his first one after 14 consecutive playoffs of not losing in the first round. And safe to say, he was probably a little frustrated, and he walked off the court and didn't shake hands.
That was Game 6, but
this is when they lost. That was the last game.
Right.
He didn't shake hands.
Too, though.
The game before that, he left early to go get treatment on his knee and his ankle and everything to get ready for the next game.
He left early in third quarter.
He played almost every minute in the game. AD ain't there. Okay.
He left the end of the third quarter.
So what are you saying, Maurice? What are you trying to say about this man walking outside? What are you trying to say?
I'm personally trying to figure out how you can defend somebody that leaves the court early and the clock is not hit 0.
Why? Okay.
Like why? How could you not say that?
So because
I'm not talking about shaking hands. I'm not talking about shaking hands.
Because we do not coax somebody to not shake hands or to not leave early. That means if it happens to happen, that we're supposed to just call it like what are you calling it? Are you saying?
Well, we're talking.
It is what it is. The man left. I feel like it's this. When you are LeBron James, you can do that shit. You don't do it every game. Does he do it every game?
But you decide to do it in the playoff game.
He decides to go.
If any game you gonna walk off early, you play 82 games. Walk off on the Kings. Walk off when you blowing the Kings out by 30, and I got to get my knee treated. We're talking about the playoffs, bro.
Then it's still something. It's still something. Maybe we shouldn't care so much about the fact that LeBron James,
right,
not Kendrick Caldwell Pope,
no,
not Kyle Kuzma, not
we
nobody else. We talking about
yes.
LeBron James, that guy from Akron, Ohio.
Correct.
Leaving, yes. You know what I'm mad about?
Bro,
this is what I'm, let me look at the camera. This is what I'm really mad about this whole situation. Why the fuck did LeBron have to walk? Somebody should have carried his ass out of there. He's playing by himself.
What, bro?
That's what y'all should be angry about. Why did LeBron even have to walk off the court? He should have been carried.
LeBron walked off the court after shooting the ball 19 times. 9 of those were threes that he made, I think, 4. You're losing, bro. You should have put up 35 shots at a minimum as a King James. Bro, lies say LeBron couldn't have just taken the ball himself, drove to the court, and did what you say? Dunk on somebody? He couldn't have done that? You believe in him.
I love talking sports. I love talking sports.
I'm asking you, do you think LeBron couldn't not have maybe given a little bit more to take that game and control?
We're about to play my game.
Considering AD's not there. That's all I had to say.
Considering
AD's not there. And
considering AD's not there, you are LeBron James. You have 4 other players. Mm-hmm. First, who is your next player that you're passing the ball to on that team as it was constructed on that day? When AD, who is your next player? Who would you rely on?
Personally, if I'm LeBron James, it's nobody.
Nobody, right? Okay, boom.
Nobody.
You are going against a team who has how many players? 5.
We know that. Okay.
Hold on now. I'm breaking it down because you giving me my example. You said, as my LeBron James, I ain't worried about nobody. Why you say that? Because you don't got no damn body. Because if I said it was Scottie Pippen over there, you would have said, my second best, I know I got Scottie over there if I need him.
True.
You can't say that shit right now. You can't even say I got AD. You can't say I got Kuzma because he a dumbass. You can't say I got Schroeder. He went 0 for 9 in game. You can't say none of that. Yeah. So you got, so the defense knows this. So 38 years old, 37, however it is, yes, he cannot go against the entire 2-3 defenders when they're all locked on him today. He can't do like he did in Miami. He can't do that today. That doesn't mean he's not the best player in the league. That just means, look, who would you put in that position who would take that series over and win without AD? Name the players. I really want to know.
I think his first name would be Steph.
So Steph Curry wins that game.
Bro.
He wins game 6. He wins both.
He wins game 5, game 6 may be at the day.
All this with Schroeder going 0 for 9.
Yeah.
All this with no other. Did you see the stats?
I seen them.
So how does he make up for all that when Booker is going off?
I'm trying to think.
Because you know he doesn't play defense, right? Steph Curry doesn't play defense.
You're
losing. So whatever you got on LeBron, who has been playing defense, you completely get rid of that because you're swapping players. So Steph, you really going with Steph? Who else? KD?
I think KD would probably.
KD
would have came through that.
What else is KD giving you besides points?
He's giving you.
He's not giving anybody else involved.
He's giving you probably a better contender on defense.
Enough to stop what the Suns have compared to the Lakers.
So
AD.
So let's look at it this way too, though. You went a whole 3 quarters and realized that you were the man, and you knew you were the man before you got to the game. Actually, AD was already out. You knew you had to bring some extra funk to the game,
but you asked for help. You gotta have. When we say
and LeBron
help,
don't have help because he got rid of a lot of players. You know that.
No.
When he don't like you, bro.
Schroeder was supposed to be a 16 to 20 point scorer.
He choked.
Kuzma is supposed to be a 15 to 16 points. So if all of a sudden, Mo, in the first 2 quarters, if it's not just, LeBron has to hit the first 10 shots to get everybody going. If it's, we get a spark here because he makes a shot, he doesn't miss it. If it's every once in a while we get a shot. If all of a sudden you got people making shots, it's not just on LeBron. Then you don't lose by 30 points. Maybe you like it.
But we talking about King James though, bro. We talking about the one, bro. You don't think it could have been a little bit more?
You can't beat the whole team though.
I feel you.
When you don't have to respect nobody else, you can't beat the whole team. Look at the other teams look at the other teams. You got the Clippers.
Yeah.
Who got better talent? Without AD, who got better talent?
I don't like the Clippers, bro.
The Clippers got way more talent.
Yeah.
The Suns got more talent without the Lakers, man. Without AD.
Let me ask you this then. Who you think, now that the Lakers out, I know that's your team, but you're a LeBron fan. How do you feel about the Suns after this? Let's talk about some sports after this. Because, we don't want to just talk about the team.
The Suns. I don't care about the Suns.
Oh, no, I'm talking
about the fact that the Mavericks and the Clippers are going in Game 7 right now as we speak.
Okay.
Right now as we speak, we got the Clippers and we got the Mavs.
The Mavs surprised me.
Luka Doncic show.
Yeah.
So let's compare. Now we're talking Luka Doncic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you consider the Mavericks to be a very talented team compared to the Lakers?
Nah, I would say the Lakers got more talent, bro. All they got is what they do.
So is that a knock against LeBron that Luka is doing what he's doing against the Clippers?
I'm just saying.
Essentially,
he got 21 points in second quarter.
Let's call it what it is. He's been doing this every game. I'm gonna be real.
But you just told me last show LeBron is a guaranteed 25-pointer, right?
I'm gonna be real about the situation. Luka would be a good argument against what I'm saying, but I still feel if you put Luka on the Lakers, they still don't win that series.
Nah.
If you swap positions, because Luka still sucks defensively, and he still don't have that impact to me.
And even just looking at the Clippers itself off of a lineup, bro, they got some talent. Number one, you got.
But it's really still just Paul George and Leonard. That's really the two.
Yeah, Morris is pretty good.
Morris is good. The fact that you got Reggie Jackson
and
who can score.
Exactly.
And then you got Zubac off the bench. I mean, they got talent.
They got talent. But then, of course, you can't. Dallas, you can't forget about.
But
Porzingis.
But Doncic but Porzingis sorry this year. He trashed. Doncic is rocking with Tim Hardaway Jr. Fool.
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing.
But he's choking so far, bro. He only got 2 points right now.
That's what it is. Doncic, I'm telling you, if you look at the numbers, Doncic been keeping them boys in this series.
Okay.
But
no, for sure.
He had them boys down 3-1. So this gonna be a knock against Doncic. It's gonna be a knock against that team
if he loses,
because Doncic really been carrying that team. That coach probably gonna get fired.
Man,
they got to put some more talent because Porzingis ain't the guy.
Well, they do. And
if they lose the series,
you can't just depend on Doncic too. Yeah. But no, I mean, like I said, I'm not naive enough to come on this podcast or even just in life in general and say that LeBron is not a freak connection. Like, I'm not that stupid. I am not that dumb.
Did he lose some cool points as a leader?
Bro, come on, man. And then I feel like at the same time, with LeBron size, bro, he should be Debo niggas out there, bro. Everybody know he's a great in the league, bro. We know this, Donovan. We not
Deboing, man. They not gonna get this man no fouls, man. You can't Debo people in this league.
When you LeBron James side, we've seen it, bro. He could be a little bit more.
He's not the Greek freak. The Greek freak is bigger. That's somebody who Debo's in the league. That's his game, though. That's not LeBron's game. He's not Debo in the league. Yes, he can get in the post. Guess what they do in the post? They double. And he has to pass it. Schroeder, 0 for 9.
Fake that pass, bro.
Just go over 3 months. Just go over 3 people.
When you the face of the league,
did that. Look at the highlights from the Heat in the Cavs. Look at the highlights. He was not Deboing people. The difference was,
bro. LeBron was dunking on niggas.
He still dunks on people, man. The difference,
but it was nasty in Miami. You can't lie.
Before the ankle injury this year, LeBron was an MVP candidate. So we're not going to act like LeBron lost steps all of a sudden. He had an injury and he never got back to what he was since. He's going to have an offseason. This was the shortest offseason because remember they won the chip in the bubble.
Yeah.
And then they started the season. Remember, they only gave him about 90 days.
I think he's back.
So he had all this stuff going against him, right? That's why all these LeBron haters and all that stuff. LeBron fans, y'all don't pay attention to that shit. Everybody know what was stacked against the boys this year. And his age and all that degree included.
But he's, bro,
so you saying, and he still was at an MVP level.
Exactly. So
before the injury.
You still a good player, bro. What's up?
But now we acting like all that didn't happen when we talk about the fact that they just lost, and we talk about, well, he should have been Deboing people. He ain't got nobody, man. That's the what you talking about.
Man, it's a lot of teams that just had that one player. It's a lot of teams like that, bro. A lot of teams that just had that one player.
And where are they?
Where
are them teams?
They at home nonetheless, but guess what?
They ain't the Nets who just running through motherfuckers.
They also don't have
the Nets won by
LeBron James.
What's the Nets win by yesterday? The Nets won by what? 20? 15, 20?
I want to say 20.
And James Harden got hurt in less than a minute.
I'm done with James, bro.
James Harden got hurt less than a minute. These boys still winning by 20 points.
Nah.
So it's not the Nets, right? Nah. The Suns even have more than one star, and they young. Who else in the playoffs? The Mavericks. You say Porzingis is a star. I say Hardaway's a little bit better, but we know they got Doncic. They got a little bit of help. Yeah. That's the closest thing you can call to one superstar. Who else in the playoffs? Yeah, the Knicks is out of there because they ain't had no damn superstars. We just found out that Trae Young is a superstar. Atlanta just won.
Atlanta won against the 76ers.
76ers have 2.
Yeah.
They got Joel. They got Ben Simmons.
Oh, Ben Simmons. Yeah.
And they got the shooting guard. Who the small forward? What's the dude's name?
I got you.
What's you heard?
Embiid?
Harris.
Oh, no,
Tobias Harris.
Harris.
So all of these, the Celtics just lost.
But no, Embiid put up 39, bro, and they still lost. What?
That was a game. Who the hell?
Bro.
So who else did something on the Hawks? Because I know he got himself. Oh, they got
Young, Collins.
Ooh, that was a game.
Bro.
Them niggas was balling. Because he was up. They was Trae Young had 25 in the first quarter or something like that.
Man, the 76ers put up some points and still lost, bro. Look at this. 3 players. Look at that. 20.
Hey, look at Seth. Dude, that's what, man. Hey, we need to talk sports more, man. We need to talk sports more. Because I told you that when we were talking about that impact, that shooter impact, Steph Curry impact, and you had a nerve to tell me that he would go on the Lakers and win. Look at all these shooters we got in this league.
We do.
Think about what Dame Lillard just did. Remember I told you on any given game, I said on any given game, tell me is there a big difference as impact of Steph Curry and Dame? And since we had that conversation, look at everything Dame did. Look at everything he did.
You just don't like Steph for the culture.
He had all these people on TV talking about, man, that was the greatest performance I ever seen.
Yeah. Damon Lillard's a freak too, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's not many other people you can have that discussion with on swapping them out. And
you know what's funny?
Between those two, at least.
He's like a top 10 rapper too.
No, facts. No, yeah, he can rap.
Dude really just giving us this blessing because the money good.
Yeah. He just record at home. He just got a studio at the crib. Like
he
when
ain't
I'm
even got to
home.
do it.
Yeah.
He ain't even got to do basketball, but he can do the rap stuff. He can do that the music stuff, but the money ain't as good, obviously. But
not when you a freak like
that.
Not when you
I'm gonna do that music shit afterwards. You feel?
He getting $100 million check easily. But nah, man, it's been a good episode, bro.
What the hell is going on in the world?
What you think the future? So of course I know we kind of talked about this before, but we don't have kids right now. But what you think the future look like for the world?
I feel like a lot of people gonna have these fucking shirts in their hands,
on their bodies,
yeah. on their chests.
Yeah.
Personally, fool, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to get the politics shit.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get some people. We got to get more into the politics as people. You know what it is? It takes education. It takes learning about it. But I think we got to get into it. I found the funny thing about politics, nobody really talks about it except older people and historians. But yeah, there's a lot of motherfuckers our age
that's actually running and trying to get going. Yeah, no, that's
just a lot of people, and there's a lot of everyday regular folk who vote, have opinions, have power, and don't know stuff. Like that's why I was talking about the massacre, talking about the just talking about it, getting these conversations, just asking people. I want to know. Did anybody not know about that shit?
Yeah.
Do you think something's wrong that you didn't know that? Shouldn't we start looking into the people who start making these, like who's writing the board of the education? Like what's going on with the board of education? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's the conversation.
That's the stuff that this is not to just say, look at all the bad stuff happening, but to start talking about it and bringing it up. Do you agree with this? The gun violence, the gun stuff. I posted something on my Instagram about the numbers, not just talking about the gun laws and the Second Amendment, but actually showing numbers and seeing, well, how come the states that have loose laws have more violence? So, but yet we still gonna loosen the laws.
I think personally, bro, when it comes to something like that, with this gun stuff, man, being the person that we are, we need to get out there. We need to, of course, be educated, like you said.
Exactly.
So when it comes to that gun stuff, maybe you do need to run down a CDL course just to know how to operate a gun. You may not want to have one, but you need to know.
You heard about the new law?
I heard about it.
Okay.
And I mean, there are other states that already have that in place, of course.
As far as no more license needed.
Yeah, in states already that
to
have
open
that.
carry.
Yeah, open carry.
A pistol, yeah.
But man, there's one thing, of course, being raised in Texas that we know, man. Texas don't folk like
they love their guns.
They love their boy. They will sleep. They will lose their gun, or their wife before they lose their gun. Not us per se, but people out there. And I think we got to be educated, man. We can't just sit and watch stuff go by like I think older generations did and didn't get informed. Because, like you said, we don't know about politics because basically we weren't told about politics. We weren't told about it. And then with the education system, that needs to be reformed based off of school is born because you learn about stuff you don't care about. You need to learn about something like if you're in school and you already in 5th grade and you like, man, I want to be a firefighter. You need to be on your track to being a firefighter. You don't need to hear about chemistry, world geography, and all this other stuff because that really means nothing. You've made your choice in life, bro. And that's what makes you happy. Being a firefighter makes you happy. So I think we need to kind of reform the education system around that. Getting people to actually do what they like instead of just putting these mountains of debt on them. And you're a business major, you want to run a business, you take 3 levels of science. There's no way you're going to use that. And we're talking about 3 racks of class. There's no way.
But yet there's no room for the other stuff.
What? Why am I not in the business management? Why am I not learning to manage a social media account as a I'm saying I want to work for Facebook or something. I need to be learning about social media. I need to be learning about how to code or whatever. I don't need to hear about.
The thing is, a 5th grader probably really don't know what they want. And a lot of people won't. Hell, they usually, I think they get you to your sophomore year to like pick a major in college.
True.
So it ain't even about, it's also the fact that it's 2021. Shit changes.
It's got to.
So you brought up social media, and I don't know if social media should be in school, but yes, that's a fact. You bring it up because it's in today. Mm-hmm. And guess what? If you know how to work all this shit, which we trying to figure out and make videos and be a digital creator, you got a job. Mm-hmm. You have a source. You have a way to make money now, and that's what we saying. Don't teach me about chemistry when I don't have no. First, tell me when I'm going. You know what? How about we switch it up, Mo? 2 regular fucking people on this show. Gotta think of every goddamn thing. Mm-hmm. How about we switch it up? Tell me when I'm going to use chemistry, and I'll tell you if I want to take that shit.
Exactly.
Tell me when I'm going to use it in the real world. Tell me when I'm going to use algebra. Yeah. Tell me when I'm going to use geometry. Tell me when I'm going to do these things, and I will tell you. Because if you tell me when I'm going to need language arts and writing, you're going to name 50 fucking things when I'm going to need that, right? Right. Because it's every day. Right. Tell me when I'm going to need geometry.
Not to mention, all this stuff is on Google for free. You literally can just go on Google and be like,
I didn't
how
say
to do this.
We didn't say don't tell me. We didn't say don't tell me how to divide.
Yeah.
We didn't say don't tell me how to add and subtract and do long division and do shit like that. Because even though I haven't done long division, I am pretty happy that I learned how to do long division.
Right.
You know, shit like that. You know, but damn, that's a good ass point. Like, tell me when I really want to know somebody to tell me when I'm going to use chemistry.
Even when like.
And guess what? There's going to be jobs that they're going to name, right? And I'm going to say, nope. I have no interest in being an astronaut.
I could care less about going to the moon and testing rock samples.
I didn't even enjoy NASA.
Like, I
didn't enjoy my visit.
I like football. I like music. Like, there's no shot. I like this type of stuff. Like, when, you know, if you become a geologist.
But Mo, you're going to need to know you're going to need to know the metric system. You're right. I am going to need to know a metric system. I'm probably going to need to know a little bit about centimeters and inches and shit like that. Are you going to teach me about kilometers? And why not?
We talking about in college, I mean, you know as well, like we talking about 3,000 a class. And that's like, if you had a good, you know, kind of fair school, whatever, blah, 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 blah. We talking about almost 3,000 a class that you have no desire in what you're hearing about. Every day that you go to class, you like, I'm never going to use this. For 8 hours a day, I am never going to use it. I'll memorize the charts, the periodic table, all this other dumb stuff. I can't even tell you when I've ever used or even, I mean, just to sound cool, like, oh, I know what AU stands for. Like,
hey,
okay,
share this and share this with kids. I think we need kids to, not kids. I mean, we need high schools, you know, high school teenagers and everybody taking these classes. Share this.
Yeah.
And do y'all do y'all agree with what y'all going through? You know what I'm saying? Parents, y'all should care about what y'all, you know, do y'all agree with what's going on? You know, we need to start contacting the Board of Education. You know, they have all that stuff is on their website. I looked it up. It's all public. They have like different hearings and meetings and shit. We need to vote, get the people who we know, you know, they trying to take slavery out of them.
I know it's a website or a school coming up called In the Mix, and it's like an actual college where you choose what you want to do based off of what your profession is. Like, hey, my name is Maurice. I'm coming in. I want to be a cement worker, you know, like they put you in the right classes to get you in line of what you want to do.
Trade.
Yeah, or a trade, or even if it's like, hey, I want to be a social media marketer. Okay, you're going to take coding, so you know how to do this. You know what I'm saying? There's classes that actually relate to what you want to do. And like you said, we do need to get in these meetings and like, man, I don't want my son to be learning about chemistry. And he talking about he want to be you know, an architect or something. Like he not really concerned about that. So
yeah. I mean,
I don't know, man, but definitely I think us raising awareness, and we are at the age of like, we don't have kids yet, but we could be aware of what's going on and still, you know, kind of keep our ears to the street and know that, like, man, we got to be, when I do have kids, I got to be ready to tell them, like, look, son, you need to be thinking about what you want to do and, you know, have that conversation. I think we at a place in our life where we understand it.
Man, that school stuff is important, man. School stuff is important, man. I always get back to the point where like our youth. I just think that's where most of our opinions come from. Or like drawn, like we start getting all our beliefs when we're young, and we start judging and just we start getting all our thoughts together and start around that age. That's when you're young.
And education comes in many different forms too. Don't just wait on the textbooks from school. Sometimes you got to read the article.
Read, yeah, but
you know,
this is on adults to really educate kids, though.
Not true.
It's on adults, and that's on parents, and that's on us making sure. And what's up with these teachers, man? We need a teacher. We need teachers to. Why teachers are and look. I'm not a teacher, and I know if you stepping out and you start talking about what should be taught and what's not, you probably putting your job on the line. But I do want to know, why are y'all just teaching shit that y'all know don't need to be taught?
Yeah, I think teachers are kind of in a tough spot because they like zombies, if you will, because they just going off of what they have. You know what I'm saying? They get the curriculum every month.
Do we know that though? Like, what if a teacher came on and said, "Oh, actually, we do have some say so.
No, hey, I don't talk about that. No, you're right.
It could be. It could be what you're saying.
It could be.
It could be what you're saying. Like,
be.
I mean, damn, I be thinking like, but some teachers be there for a minute though, right?
Yeah.
You would think they have some kind of
like you've been there 20 years,
some pull.
Yeah.
You've been there for 35 years.
You still ain't met the superintendent. God, no. Well, you're right though, bro. Because some teachers do make their own plans, so.
What the
Maybe
hell
we need to get a
going
teacher on
on
the show.
in the world? Yes, sir. If there's any teachers interested, we'll definitely appreciate any guests who want to talk about anything that we talk about. If y'all have any opinions, any strong opinions, feel like we're right, wrong, need more information, whatever it is, I don't feel no kind of way about talking about stuff. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Show me the proof, and we'll talk about it. We'll correct it. But that's good conversation, man. It's what we need.
Nah, for
Hopefully
sure.
somebody looks up Tulsa Massacre.
Nah, that's
Hopefully
true.
somebody starts thinking about what their kids are learning about. You know, start asking that question about why the fuck do we learn chemistry? What do we take and learn from that? What if they had what you're going to learn when you learn this? Like, what is this going to prepare you for before you do it? Well, why not have stuff like that? That seems reasonable.
I think about it like this too, bro, because like, think about it, man. If you would have already, per se, like, man, I want to be a businessman. You know what I mean? I want to deal with business. If you already had that in your mind, you know, let's just say junior year of college or even freshman year, I say forget waiting until you were a junior. Freshman year, you know, I want to be a businessman. I don't care what they say. I'm trying to run a business.
True.
You talking about saving $20,000? That extra $20,000 you could have put towards running ads on YouTube or taking a course for a certification or going to a conference where you sit with Jay-Z and Jay-Z telling you like, oh man, you need to do this. If you want, you want to be a music CEO,
So much money.
go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much. You could have took that 20 and invested it actually into yourself, and then.
I know but did you want to talk about? It sounded like do you feel like this education is a? I feel like I heard you say this before, but I'm not sure. Do you feel like this education stuff is a scam, a business, or what do you feel like?
So I'll say this briefly, real quick. I know that in the 80s or 70s, college was more so sold to people based off the fact that you went to college, you got a degree, and you also worked for this person that was supported by or that supported your college. For example, Donovan went to Duke. I go to Duke somehow. He studied business. All right, hey, we already have a program. You come in, you do this, da, 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 da. The way the world is right now, we got content creators, we have influencers, we have social media marketers, we have, I mean, let's just be honest, some people get degrees, but then their job doesn't even relate to that because it's really based off your talent. Because then you get a degree and they say, well, what experience do you have? I know somebody that has a degree right now, but they don't have much experience. They kind of just got a degree because you need that experience because they want to know what you've done, not like, okay, you finished school, but like, have you actually ran a business? Do you know the terms of business?
Is it good or bad to have better, more educated people in the world?
I think it's
is it good or bad for America, I guess, keeping it in America? Isn't it better?
It's good if you're educated.
So America, because we're not just talking about Black history, right? We're talking about other stuff. We're talking about
education.
So America, wouldn't it be better to be more, give our kids better choices on what to learn about, especially if we know as adults, as people, as a 31-year-old, as a 30-year-old right now, I know I haven't used chemistry. Mo, you haven't.
I have never.
If there's any teachers who've retired, have you used chemistry since teaching?
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
No.
like we can be honest people and have honest conversations and be like, yeah, I don't think today chemistry is needed. Maybe that was old shit that we should have got rid of a long time ago. Maybe that should be just for people who are different interests. People who are interested in chemistry and science and shit blowing up and shit like that. And you will find that a lot of Black people probably won't be. But at the end of the day, we need to let people. There's other things. There's so many other things. There could be a credit school, a credit class, financing. There could be a self-defense. Damn, was there even a self-defense class?
I never heard about it.
How the fuck was there not a self-defense class?
I never took a credit class. I never took a finance class. I never took. This is something that we
NCAA
use every day.
clearinghouse.
Yep.
Not NCAA, but not specifically on that, but just a full college preparation, whatever you want to call it. That should probably be required. I don't know. Yeah, I can go all day, but we.
No, you speak the truth.
That's
facts, though. Like, just
shit
thinking, like, you graduate high school, you like, I want to be a real estate agent. I don't really need to go to college to be a real estate agent. I need to get my real estate license and push my business. I need to get my cars out there. I need to get, you know what I'm saying? I need to be meeting with brokers. I need to be. You really don't, you know. I'm just that's just one thing.
I'm saying that we're talking undergrad. If that's something that would fit, then it should fit. Now, if it doesn't fit, then what are other skills that we can teach you to prepare to be successful in something like real estate? Don't teach me no other shit that ain't gonna never be. I can tell you, chemistry ain't. It ain't gonna do it.
Go on, bro.
It's not gonna do it. So, what other stuff can help somebody be? You know, we already talked about. We know language arts, writing. That got to be involved.
Okay,
maybe there should be a sales class. How to talk. You know,
it's funny you said that because sales is really just talking.
That's communication.
It's literally just like, hey, I need this. You know, it's literally just talking. It's all sales is. But like, once you know how to sell something, you can pretty much do any job in the world because why? You know how to communicate to somebody on what their needs are.
I just thought about it. This business, school is a business, and it is all for business. And I just thought about this. This probably is what's going on. If you teach too much in the undergrad, right, as a middle school, high school, and all this, you've taken people's jobs away. Because a lot of the stuff that we talking about, that's what they teach you afterwards. Real estate school. There's a lot of freelancers who teach you all this social media stuff. A lot of professionals who do, like, a lot of people make their bread off educating by using their experience, their expertise.
They still would get the bread though. They would just get it earlier instead
not
of
as many people gonna need that financial advice, Mr. Financial Advisor, because I learned some of this shit. I wonder if that could be it. But I do overall think that it's a little bit of a business because you can't tell me why we requiring some of the stuff that we require. Because this 2021, this stuff been going on for years. Like, we obviously been through and went through school a long time ago, and it still ain't a whole bunch of changes.
Even when you talk about history, think about history class that you went to. We still wasn't even learning shit like the Tulsa Massacre. No. So that
was not discussed.
Even the history, like, I'm not saying that maybe if they just reformed it, like, okay, we're gonna give y'all updated chemistry that you need, like when you, I don't know, clean and don't mix these two or something, you might burn your skin. I don't know, but like, it's no point, even the stuff we heard in history, language arts, like you said, anything outside of math, knowing right from wrong, is really not too much.
Is the argument, well, how do you bring up something like the Tulsa Massacre in school? Should we play that out?
The same way we looked at pictures of black people getting bit by German Shepherd dogs and getting sprayed by one of those. The next picture, I mean, I vividly remember, the same way we see pictures of knowing what a Ku Klux Klan rally looked like. We're not even white.
So you're giving us bits and pieces of history.
Like, you giving us the history, but like,
you're not giving it all.
I vividly remember that when I see a burning cross, that is not good. Until I got older, you could have showed me a picture of the Tulsa Massacre. I could have been like, what's this? Is it an old picture? Like, black people running, or they got dogs on black people again. They are not in the color section. Like, what we talking about? Outside of that, it's like, I got nothing else, bro. So I think, like,
and it's still to this day isn't being discussed. Like, the impact of it still, people don't get are grasping the impact. Think about that. Think about generations.
Yeah.
Those are businesses. Hey, anybody 30 years old who's working in their parents' business, that could have been your business that was burned down.
we have a check for you. They gave out stimulus checks for the corona, but those people never got stimulus checks for the business that was burned down that they rightfully had and had insurance to some of them. I'm sure. Think about that, bro.
Think about the housing industry and how we weren't able to buy houses and do those things. Think about, why does that matter? Your house, that's
Where you live.
that's value. To be able to have a home and keep that home, and to be able to have your kids have that home or sell it,
Make profit. We talk
which
about
is
money.
what most of the people were doing back then. They were keeping those homes and selling them and creating sometimes generational wealth, because you could use the profits from that and do what? Invest in more homes.
Yeah.
But yet we weren't able to compete. Just little stuff like that, y'all.
Just little
stuff like that. Just be a little empathetic. Be a little empathetic to the black plight, man. Be a little empathetic to the black. I mean, we literally
never went there.
Yes, every black person probably wasn't born 10 steps behind, but the majority of black people were born 10 steps behind white people. And that's just why we have to keep bringing it up.
We weren't even able to buy a certain type of stuff. We talking about like buying the houses.
Yes, that includes Donovan and Maurice, who went to Sci-Fair.
Yeah. We weren't able to do these type of things. And now we are, so we got to kind of bring awareness to some people that, because I'm sure you can agree on this too. Some black people think stuff like you can't do stuff, but in reality, it's just some stuff that their family members have told them you can't do. But it's like, nah, you like, bro, you can get a house.
No.
You might can't get a 2-story. You can start with a 1. Turn that 1, let the value get up, flip it, sell it, then you get you a 2. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like
a lot of people not making the best decisions.
There's people
a lot of people not making the best decisions.
I think it's miseducation too, though. I used to be somebody that kind of looked at people different, but it's really miseducation because they're not.
That's why I don't like it. Yeah,
they're not even in the conversation. They don't know.
And we have those people in our families. Mm-hmm. We have people in our own families who we know. You know, I know. Mm-hmm. Who probably didn't receive the education that they needed, which may be the reason why they're at where they're at right now. And that's just reality. And if that's just looking at yourself today, thinking about how you was probably brought up, thinking about the situations you were put in, thinking about how it was generations before you, and things like that. And just think about it. You know, one of the things about my family, me personally, we moved a little bit. I can tell you this. I didn't stay in Fifth Ward. My people did. I didn't stay in South Park. My people did. I stayed in Katy.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time in those places.
Yeah.
Outside of school, weekends, summers, everywhere. Holiday. That was always outside of the Katy. But I went to Katy, Jersey Village, Cypress. That's where I went to school. So I don't know what would have happened.
No, I'm the
you the same thing.
I'm the same way. The most I spent was about a year, 2 years maybe. I lived with my grandma for a little bit, and but yeah, no, I feel you on that. We don't know.
Be different today.
You know what I'm saying? We could be totally different men right now.
A lot of
totally different men. Our life could have took a totally different turn compared to where we are right now, based off our family getting out, want more. Now you gonna go to this better school. Because this school over here teaching you this.
Those are conscious decisions. And I don't know about yours. Mm-hmm. Those are conscious decisions. I know my mom made. I know that was a conscious decision because she told me, like, no. Yeah. You don't have to stay in the ward. Like, you don't have to.
Yeah. My dad wanted me to go to Southfield school. He literally told me.
Yeah.
And told my mom.
And this is probably at a time when Southfield was really starting to,
But my dad went to school at Hempstead, so he was kind of down the street. So I guess he seen it develop, per se, and he knew that, yeah. So he was, my dad was like, yeah, I want my son to go to school here. So, thank God.
Yeah, this ain't you gotta be. There's a lot of people, people love to claim their hoods and stuff like that, and I respect all that. But some of that stuff be for clout. More than anything else.
You're not about that life. Some people not.
Some of that stuff be for clout more than anything else. You do not have to stay and live and do everything there. Like, go somewhere else and live somewhere where you don't have, like, bring change to where you're going.
True.
Because a lot of these places, man, you can't live the way you want to deep down. You can't live the way you want to deep down. You got to move different. Let's be honest. Well,
oh no, that Cypress life is different from the war.
Yeah, it's definitely different. It's like
different.
There wasn't as many loose dogs around.
Even that.
I ain't had to run from that many dogs in Cypress than I did.
The pool was actually open, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, I never felt like I needed to walk with a weapon.
But it's funny you say that, bro. We're gonna talk about this in another episode. But yeah.
I'm just saying, things happen. I'm just saying, I felt like, I even had a cousin from Southport. He came down. He used to walk from Food Town to our house at night when he got off. He used to do like a summer that work food like it's at night.
Yeah, my cousin, yeah.
And not that you wouldn't do that in Southport, but you just know, like I got
walk a little different.
I got people who didn't make that walk.
Yeah.
I got people who got beat up trying to make walks at night around. It could be a little different, and I like peace of mind more than anything. That's my whole thing. It's peace of mind.
True. See, that's why we gotta put some of our people on too, because I'm sure you can relate to. We got cousins and stuff that don't know another side, and they really choosing not to know another side because it's really out there. Yeah. At the same time, it's really your choice, but they choosing that because they're not educated to know, like, man, you can try it, man. You ain't gotta have.
Are they no different than the people in Cyprus, the white people in Cyprus, or anybody from one area where it's one way who choose not to? Are they no different?
This is a touchy subject, but honestly, I feel like that, bro. Like, some people get mad at white people for being racist. If you only grew up in Cyprus,
there's some people who only
like you said, even in Oklahoma, if you didn't grew up in Buddha Duda, whatever, Oklahoma, you're not used to seeing Leroy. So when you see Leroy, you're like, you know what you're saying? You're looking at him a little different, like, man, you know, like, never, you know, it's gonna be a different reaction. And we all kind of have this, like, when you don't know somebody that look like you, we respond.
At the same time, for anybody who hasn't crossed, go places like Oklahoma, Alva, Oklahoma, any of these towns that have a football team, a college, and a basketball team, and all this. And I'm not saying this to be funny, but if you go there, you will understand black people and white people get along very well. So you ain't got nothing to be afraid about. If anything, it's the only reason I'm bringing it up is because it's a good thing to get to know everybody. It's not a bad thing. So especially when we have cops who get hired and they start working in communities they ain't never lived or don't know nobody.
So, yeah. Y'all is,
what the hell going on?
We talking truth. What the hell going on in the world? We talking truth, man. People out here choosing not to, you know, kind of open themselves up to some things. And I get it. I mean, if you don't know different, you're not really thinking different. I get it, but you can't be afraid to step out your box. That's about all I got.
Positive change, man. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to the show. Definitely. Don't forget. What's your Instagram again?
My Instagram is. Dang, I never even know my Instagram. You got me on that one. Let me see. That's right. No,
well, definitely follow Men Are Men Podcast.
Men Are Men _podcast. Mine is at Mo Money 45 on Instagram.
45. That was the football. 45. Mo thought he was fast.
I'm true to my guy.
He thought he was fast till sophomore year spring football. I had to move him out the way to get into the quarterback. He thought he was. I had to go ahead and move him out the way.
Follow us, y'all. Follow, man.
Follow the Men Are Men Podcast. Go to the YouTube, man. Yeah. By the way, we use a StreamYard right now.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if that power bar is going to be on video. Use a StreamYard right now. Follow my Instagram, Donovan gives you the busy loner. This is another episode, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all boys. And ladies, my bad. Man, I gotta pee. What about that? Oh,
I was right. No, it's right. Turn right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.